Hey Raiders fans! Here we go again with another exclusive video packed with the latest and most exciting updates about our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. And before we jump into the story, you already know the drill. Hit that subscribe button and leave a like so you never miss any breaking news or special content we bring here for you. Alright, let's dive straight into something that's making waves. Not just among Raiders fans but across the entire sports world. We're talking about none other than Tom Brady. That's right. Before stepping into his current role as a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, Brady built a legacy that football fans and sports lovers around the globe admire and respect. It's almost impossible to discuss NFL greatness without mentioning his name. The man wasn't just a quarterback, he was, and for many still is, the standard of excellence in the sport. 7 Super Bowl rings, countless playoff victories, and moments that are now part of football history forever. Brady's journey through the NFL was nothing short of legendary, and now he's opening up in a way that gives us a deeper look into how he built not just a career, but a legacy that transcends the game. In a recent email exchange with Sports Illustrated, Brady gave fans and readers a glimpse into a side of him we don't usually get to see. When asked about how he started collecting memorabilia from his career, Brady responded with a sense of humor and humility that only someone like him could have. He said that early in his career, collecting things was the last thing on his mind. Back then, he was laser-focused on just making the team, finding a place on the roster, and proving that he belonged in the league. He even added a laughing while crying emoji to emphasize how funny it seems now, looking back at that time, because, deep down, even then, he probably knew that something special was about to happen. As the years went by and his career started gaining momentum, Brady began to realize that certain moments carried emotional weight far beyond what was visible on the surface. It wasn't about monetary value or potential auctions down the road. It was about memories, emotions, and the personal significance attached to each milestone. That's when he started keeping jerseys from important games, helmets that saw iconic plays, and even handwritten notes from teammates that marked unforgettable chapters in his journey. According to Sports Illustrated, this habit of holding onto mementos evolved naturally over time. Brady wasn't necessarily chasing records or milestones just for the sake of statistics. He was living each chapter deeply, creating memories that mattered, not just for him but for everyone around him. As his fame grew and as the championships started stacking up, his collection also grew, each item telling a different story. Today, he still has many of these priceless pieces at home, carefully stored. But not all of them remained with him. With the opening of the new Hall of Excellence at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, a significant portion of Brady's personal collection will now be available for the public to experience up close. This project, which officially opens its doors this Friday, is the result of a unique partnership between Brady himself, the Tom Brady Family Collection, the Fontainebleau Hotel, and none other than longtime sportscaster Jim Gray and his wife, Fran. Jim Gray, throughout his career spanning over 4 decades, gathered hundreds of iconic items, and with Fran's help, they carefully curated the pieces that would become part of this extraordinary museum. Fran Gray wasn't just a spectator in this process. She witnessed firsthand the effort and dedication it took to collect these items over the years. She stood by as Jim Gray accumulated pieces that many would consider rare or nearly impossible to find. Together, they decided which items deserved a place in this Hall of Excellence, creating an exhibit that captures not just moments, but the essence of sports history. For Brady, this Hall of Excellence isn't just about showcasing football memorabilia, it's about telling a broader story, one that reflects the evolution of sports, culture, and even American society. Throughout his career, different layers of meaning hit Brady at different moments, each shaping his transformation into what most would agree is not just the greatest quarterback, but arguably the greatest football player of all time. Before he was a star on the field, Brady was first and foremost a sports fan. Growing up in San Mateo, California, he collected trading cards, devoured every game he could watch, and in his own words, spent hours reading stories in Sports Illustrated, dreaming about one day being part of that world. Brady writes about how those childhood experiences stayed with him, serving as constant reminders of what inspired him in the first place. When he finally got his shot to live out his dream on the football field, he never forgot what it felt like to be that kid, looking up to sports legends. And now, with this museum project, he's giving the next generation a chance to feel that same inspiration. Walking through the Hall of Excellence won't just be about looking at jerseys and helmets behind glass displays, according to Brady. It's about witnessing the evolution of America itself, through sports, through music, through fashion and film. The museum tells a story of cultural change and social progress. Brady mentions key figures like Jackie Robinson, who broke barriers, Muhammad Ali, who stood for what he believed in, and Serena Williams, who forever changed conversations around women in sports. These aren't just names, they represent moments that shaped generations. And that's exactly what visitors will experience when they walk through the museum's corridors. Brady emphasizes that the hall isn't just a collection of items. Each piece is a chapter in a much larger narrative, one that connects fans to the history of sports and to pivotal moments that help define who we are today as a society. It's about feeling that chill down your spine when you stand in front of an artifact that once played a role in making history. Brady goes on to explain how this project became something deeply personal for him. It's not just about sharing his own memories or putting his achievements on display for people to admire. It's about giving back to the community that supported him throughout his journey. For Brady, the Hall of Excellence is an opportunity to create an emotional connection between fans and the defining moments in sports history. He hopes that when people walk through the exhibits, they feel that same sense of wonder and inspiration he felt as a kid reading about his heroes. He talks about how, growing up, he would get lost in the pages of Sports Illustrated, dreaming of one day seeing his name featured alongside the legends he idolized. Now, as one of those very legends, he feels a responsibility to share that feeling with others. This museum isn't just a tribute to his own career, but a celebration of the resilience, dedication, and spirit that define athletes across all generations and sports. Brady reflects on how the process of choosing which items to include in the hall was both exciting and emotional. Some pieces had been with him for decades, stored away carefully, each carrying memories of moments that shaped his career and his life. Letting go of them, even temporarily, wasn't easy. But knowing that these items would now inspire countless fans, both young and old, made the decision worthwhile. He wanted visitors to feel the weight of history, to stand in front of a jersey and understand the blood, sweat, and countless hours of preparation that went into earning it. He also shares how collaborating with Jim and Fran Gray brought a whole new layer of perspective to the project. Jim, with his vast experience in sports journalism, understood the historical significance of each item, while Fran brought a thoughtful and artistic eye to how the collection would be presented. Together, they worked to ensure that every corner of the hall tells a story, that every display sparks emotion, and that every visitor leaves with a deeper appreciation for the athletes and moments that changed the world of sports. Brady doesn't shy away from acknowledging that while football is his first love, the Hall of Excellence is about so much more than just football. It's about moments that defined eras, that challenged societal norms, and that pushed cultural conversations forward. He wanted to make sure that the hall reflects diversity, resilience, and the universal language of competition and perseverance. From breaking racial barriers to standing up for justice, from redefining women's roles in sports to highlighting underdog victories that captured the hearts of millions. The exhibits cover a wide range of stories that extend far beyond the football field. In one part of his reflection, Brady talks about how being part of this project made him revisit old feelings and memories he hadn't thought about in years. Looking at some of the handwritten notes from teammates, game-worn jerseys, and even personal letters from fans brought back vivid recollections of specific moments in his career. The adrenaline of stepping onto the field for a crucial playoff game, the heartbreak of a tough loss, the pure joy of lifting the Lombardi Trophy in front of millions of fans. All of these emotions came rushing back. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing louder than usual, with a sensational whisper making the rounds that could send shockwaves through the league. Pittsburgh Steelers defensive titan T.J. Watt might be on the verge of a shocking departure, reportedly eyeing a mega deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. While strictly in the realm of speculation for now, the possibility of Watt, one of the most dominant pass rushers in modern football, leaving the only team he's ever known, has ignited a firestorm of discussion. Sources close to the situation, who wish to remain anonymous given the sensitivity of the talks, suggest that negotiations, or at least significant overtures, have been made between Watt's camp and the Raiders front office. The mere thought of Watt in silver and black is enough to make any quarterback uneasy. Imagine the havoc he could wreak alongside Max Crosby, forming arguably the most fearsome pass-rushing duo in the NFL for the Raiders, who are continuously striving to solidify their defense and make a significant push in the competitive AFC West. A move of this magnitude would signal an undeniable intent to win now, of course. Prying Watt away from the Steelers would be no small feat. He's the heart and soul of their defense, a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate and a fan favorite. Any deal would undoubtedly be monumental, easily setting new benchmarks for defensive contracts in the league. The mega-contract rumored to be on the table would reflect his immense value and the Raiders' perceived urgency to secure such a game-changing talent. As it stands, this remains a tantalizing what-if. But in the cutthroat world of the NFL, where fortunes can change in an instant and star players occasionally seek new horizons, the possibility of T.J. Watt donning a Raiders uniform next season is a rumor that simply refuses to be silenced. Keep your ears to the ground. This story is far from over. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.